part of like a tradition, so it was hard for the people to break away from that. You know what I mean? But there's much more to this. There's much more, because we still have to talk about the nuclear, so-called nuclear power, how nuclear and atomic power, how atomic power was discovered in Ethiopia ages ago. That nuclear and atomic power is not new to ancient Ethiopians. Ancient Ethiopians discovered and recognized nuclear and atomic power, where it came from, how it operated, what it could do, the potential, the heat, the energy, the fire in it. But they decided wisely, unlike the Ahizab, the Goyim, they decided wisely not to mess with it, to put it in a polite sense, but you know, impolite what would be said. You understand? They decided not to mess with it. You understand? However, the heathens have decided to mess with nuclear power and nuclear energy. It's very, very interesting. Let's see if we can sum this off right here. You understand? Because it's from the excerpt of a book, an Ethiopic book called the Mehu Le Matewos, or the Exegesis of Matthew, where ancient Ethiopians discovered, you understand, had the scientia, the knowledge of the atom. You know, a lot of us think that, oh, the atom was just discovered in 1940 something. Oh, they was only able to do something. This was known long ago in ancient Ethiopian documents. So ask yourself, why did a lot of the Europeans scramble Africa and Ethiopia to get these ancient Ethiopic documents and to hold them in their libraries and to study them? You understand? To study them and write elaborate books and treaties on Ethiopic. And we thank them. We thank them very much, because they assist us very much now. But in the Torah Guamehu Le Matewos Wengel, Torah Guamehu Le Matewos Wengel, of the exegesis of Matthew's Gospel, just to give you a little example of how the Ethiopians understood, ancient Ethiopians, the ancient Ethiopians understood the atomic power and nuclear power, you understand, in ancient times, and their scientific analysis of it in the Ge'ez, in the Ethiopic, is accurate with the best of what they now, the Europeans and the Goyim, now know about it. To give you the first line from the Ge'ez, it says, Zekema ifo Yehelu Egziaviher Kulentahu Wiste ahadu mekana inze iyita amera bechebe ahadu ima nehomu. And the Torah Mehu Le Matewos Wengel says, as how exists God in his entirety in one place, while he is not known in any one of them. Behold, I reveal to you as Yesus Christos Yahoshua HaMoshiach, my Creator, graced me on account of your prayer. Listen as I tell you an example small about secrets hidden and power great, containing all, to the extent that it is possible for my weak mind, although it is not proper to speak of such matters. This is an ancient treatise on atomic and nuclear science, written in ancient Ethiopic. It goes on to say, comprehend, O my brother, and see with the eye of the mind, as how full is the nature of this world of fire, which is hidden in them. And without action it appears, and in all places it exists, and in all things it is seen in all its entirety. And it is not measured while it is hidden inside a small grain of sand. And it is not seen while powers exist in it which are co-mingled in its nature. And when man chooses to extract from her, she appears in her minuteness, and she comes out and exist standing without defect. And when to her is given an avenue, is given a way, an avenue, she burns many rocks, mountains, and forests, and all that is fit for combustion. So atomic and nuclear energy was understood, you understand, was analyzed, was written about by ancient Ethiopic scientists, or what we would call our true priests. You understand, the true kahinat, you understand, and holy men, Kedusan, you understand, wrote about this. So it says that this, let me just go back to right here, how it is not measured while it is hidden inside of a small grain of sand, and it is not seen while powers exist in it which are commingled in its nature. And when man chooses to extract from her, she appears in her minuteness, and she comes out and exists standing without defect. And when to her is given an avenue, she burns many rocks, mountains, and forests, and all that is fit for combustion. Now here's what the translator highlighted here, and we're speaking of a work by Hailu Haptu, Preliminary Notes on Ancient Ethiopian History. And she manifests all the power of her nature while she is hidden inside a minute particle with the flame and light of her heat. And she is not measured, but exists there in her entirety with her power. As to her measure, you do not find a termination, and nothing whatever exists that is smaller than her size. Her entirety manifests the strength of her power when in action, but she hides in a minute particle, and from there she appears to us in her entirety inside all places, while her measure is not known in any one of them. By this and such an example seek, O my brother, with the eye of your mind, with a high perception, and reason that which arises from all and enters into all, and which removes all from in front of him, that inside light he exists on account of his nature and on account of his glory and perfection. She is the creator of everything, and them she exists while she is not measured. Existent she is in all place in her entirety, and all creatures lack her measure. Listen, O my brother, what are we saying and discussing? What am I saying now? Behold, my mind is closed from wonder and cannot go further. My right hand is tired from writing, and the feet of the pen have been prevented from walking, for I have sank into a deep sea. Silence is better for me than this. Glory to you, for your entirety is in all places. You measure all, but there is none who can measure you. This is one testimony, an excerpt from Tergwamehu Le Mateos Wengel, and that was the English translation of the Ge'ez that we have as Appendix 5 in Preliminary Notes on Ancient Ethiopian History by Hailu Haptu, Department of History, the City College, City University of New York. Haile Haptu, copyrighted 1987. And we give thanks for this brother, not knowing his whereabouts, but he revealed a lot of very important excerpts that really has us now seeking even more and recognizing what is in our ancient Ethiopic scrolls and why they were so valuable, you understand, to the Gentiles and others to literally steal, buy, copy, just to find out this ancient knowledge. And in this particular Tergwamehu Le Mateos Wengel, it reveals that the ancients understood both the awe, the power, and a lot of things that he says in that translation. If you break it down, you can actually match it with discoveries of atomic power and with discoveries of nuclear. He's actually speaking about atomic and nuclear. You understand? Kind of he commingles the atomic science of atomic, not like in the West where they split them down. You understand? Because they're trying to measure it. This is why they said there's no determination. You know what I mean? There's no determination. There's no determination of this. Once she's released, you know what I mean? Once she's released, they're trying to cool it down off of seawater. And who knows what the brother who wrote that saw? Because he got to a point, he said, I can't go on. I can't go on. He said, the feet of my pen, you understand, is tired. I can't go on more. I've sunk, he said, into what? A deep sea. Could this be the fate that's awaiting right now the situation in Nippon or Japan? I mean, could this be what's going to happen? You understand, in that particular situation? All we can do is watch, be diligent, and to perform sacred service. But we want to put out a message to our Rastafari Japanese brothers and sisters: come out, you know what I mean? Ethiopia's calling, Africa's calling, come out. You understand? Come out, because by coming out you show the way to many of your beloved ones, many of your people, stronger than if you tried to be Rastafari amongst them. You understand? Because of the whole situation that scripture goes into more detail on all the relative points that there may be. But anyway, we're going to pause, you understand, for the cause of the King of Kings and his Christ right now, because as the scribe even said right here, what am I now saying? Behold, my mind is closed from wonder and cannot go further. Silence is better for me than this. Ellipsis. ... So salam laku alaikum, Islam and Fesika.
የእስራኤል ልጆች ሆይ እናንተ ለኔ እንደ ኢትዮጵያ ልጆች አይደላችሁምን? በውኑ ኢትዮጵያዊ መልኩን ወይስ ነብር ዥንጉርጉርነቱን ይለውጥ ዘንድ ይቻለዋልን?